Alright guys, so we've got our Antminer L3 Plus here, and a lot of people are just now getting these or will be getting them soon. So I wanted to put up a video on how to set this up and get it hashing for everybody. You know, because there's a lot of new people that have just gotten it that have never mined before. So the things that you're going to need, if you've bought this, the things that you're going to need is, to get this up and running, is of course you're going to need a power supply. And your power supply is going to have 9 6-pin connectors to it. So I have chosen the EVGA 1600P2. It's a great power supply. You can also use server power supplies. Bitmain is selling a power supply as well, with a pretty good price on it. So that's another route you can go. You're going to need a Ethernet cable. Of course, you're going to need your router that you're going to hook it up into. Okay. You're also going to need a computer. So these are basically the things that you're going to need in order to get this up and running. And so we're going to do that now, and well, let's get it up and running. So let me kind of clear this off a little bit. Put this down here. So we don't need it quite yet. Okay. So I'm going to put the miner right here. And this over here. So here's the power supply I got. So we're going to set this up. We're going to have the power supply sitting next to it. Okay. I don't need this sleeve right now. Okay. Power cord, set this down right here. Okay, let's start pulling all this out. I'll put it right there. There's a few of these cords here, these cables that I am not going to need for this, including like this right here. Don't need that. I don't need no SATAs. So SATAs are not going to, the CPU, I'm not going to need that. Okay, now this is your 24-pin motherboard. You will need that. So I'm going to set it aside. Another SATA I don't need. This is a CPU. I don't need that either. This is a VGA. So these VGA ones are the ones that you're going to need. Okay. I'm also not going to need the screws. Put them back. Okay. So we got another VGA here, and this is a SATA, so we don't need that. This is another VGA. This is a SATA. We don't need it. These are some ties. We might use these, so I'm going to just set these to the side for now. Okay. And here's another VGA. I'll need that. This one says peripheral. This is, you know, we don't need it at all. Okay. Here's a VGA, and VGA. So here's all the cables we're going to need for this. Okay. The other part that we're going to need is EVGA is really nice. They have this jumper block right here, and what this allows you to do is to run your power supply without a motherboard, which obviously we're going to be running it without a traditional motherboard, so we need this. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this stuff over here, and I'm going to try to show you as best I can exactly what's going on. So for now, let me move this up. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to start out with connecting the 24 pin So this is the two ends. We got this end and these ends. So we're going to connect it up here. Everything is all laid out. Just push the, make sure you get them the right direction and push them in until you hear them click. Okay. Now on this 24 pin, we got our jumper block here. And what we're going to do is we're going to attach the jumper block. It'll only go on one way. There we go. That's attached. So this is done. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, let me move my camera. I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to put this the direction that I actually really want it to sit for now. Okay. And I'm going to move my camera and try to get you guys a better angle of exactly what's happening here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to plug this into VGA1. I always try and start with the single cables first. It's just a habit that I have. Get in there. There we go. Okay. Actually, okay, we got that. Come on. Get in there. All right. Okay. All right, so this one I'm going to take to my hashing board, okay? We got some pins that we're not using here, so we just move them to the side, okay? And it's real easy. Just make sure you get it the right way, push it in till you hear it clip, you know, snap in place. And oh, just like that. Let's get this next one. These are all the same power. There's nothing different, so it doesn't really matter the way that you do this, as far as just so they're all connected and everything is connected and secure. Okay, so now we are connected and we are secure. Okay, I'm going to take, now I think I got enough power in this plug here. I've never tried this plug before, but I think there's enough power to run this. We'll give it a shot. Hopefully we won't blow a circuit. Okay. Okay, it's just turned on, which I actually don't want it to be on right now. So turn that off. And what I'm going to do is I want this to be connected to my router. So we're going to connect it up to my router real quick. Okay. All right. There. Okay, so what I got going on is I got my computer here and I'm connected to the same router. I'm actually logged into my router. If you've ever set up a router before, this machine sets up very similar. You log into it through the IP address to configure it and point it to the pool you want and to put your address in. Default, it's set to Bitmain's mining pool with Bitmain's address in it. So that's the default. So I actually got over here, I've got my laptop. I'm not going to show you that because for security, but I've actually went in, I've logged into my router, and I can see all of the addresses that come up. Okay, and when I turn this on, I should see a new address on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that address and write it down. Okay, so let's go for it. Let's see what we can get here. So it takes a little bit of time. It's going through a setup to make sure that everything is good. And once it's gone through a systems check, it will start spinning up the fans. You'll hear it ramp up, and it will start hashing. So and there we go. Okay, it gave me a fault. That says it's normal. And there we go. Now it's actually hashing now. It's now through the testing phase. And you'll see her slowly ramp up faster as the board gets warmer. Starting to put out a little bit of warm air.